Belgium, a wondrous country filled with great culture, beautiful art, sublime cuisine. Politics out of the okay, maybe not everything is wondrous in Belgium. So I'm sure you're wondering why the hell I'm talking about Belgium. Well, this past week, Belgium has become quite a pariah in the probably 4-part spectacular that is the Lootbox Boogaloo. The Belgium Gaming Commission, that's actually got nothing to do with video games, that's just gambling, have decreed that loot boxes in 3 major AAA titles in the last few months are officially in violation of gambling legislation, which in layman's terms either means they remove them from the games or they face massive fines and /or jail time. Quite a bit of jail time, if I'm not mistaken. More than murders, in some cases. That just shows you how serious the Belgians are about this. Those games being FIFA 18, made by EA, Overwatch, made by Activision Blizzard, and Counter-Strike: A Global Offensive, made by Valve. Personally, I find this whole situation similar to watching a 3-year-old having a temper tantrum in a Toys R Us, or used to enjoy watching 3-year-olds having temper tantrums in Toys R Us. Rest in peace, my sweet prince. It's loud, bombastic, and a bit short-sighted, which is ironic when the study focused heavily on my all-time favourite fallacy of won't somebody think of the fucking children. As you can guess, I'm already fired up around the issue of loot boxes already, and I'm ready to take this one a fucking task. Now, I'm going to keep this idea of minors floating around because it comes important later down the line. Just remember that most of this report is all about the idea that children can access this, and it's all bad because children can access this. I've gone through this piece of shit document and this piece of shit statement, and I've come to a few pointers. I want to focus on the paragraph where they define gambling first, just to understand where the fuck we lie in this bollocks. To speak of a game of chance, the Gaming Commission uses 4 parameters. If there is a game element, a bet can lead to a profit or loss, and chance has a role in the game. So what they're telling me is that there must be a game element, a bet, a profit or a loss, and a chance involved in gambling. This argument already has holes in it as soon as you start bringing up video games, especially the ones they've chosen, because the inherent value of what item you're going to receive from a loot box, in at least 2 of these cases, is diddly fucking squat. Allow me to explain. Unless I've been not only blind, but also stupid, there's no in-game market to trade items in Overwatch. So therefore the items can have no inherent value because they are an untradeable commodity, for any known currency anyway. Therefore a loot box in Overwatch can never ever lead to a profit under your logic? Especially when all the loot boxes give are cosmetic items that don't affect the outcome of the game. Ergo, it can't be gambling in Overwatch. Yes, the argument now is going to be predatory practices, as Chris Lee has consistently been bleating since the release of Battlefront 2. But my idea I made in the previous video, this little mini-series, still fucking stands. I'm all for saying the loot boxes are a lazy way for creating content in a game, but really, most of these arguments are completely removed by the addition of the parent's own authority over their child. My solution? Pop any game with microtransactions up to an 18 rating and watch as nothing fucking changes. Because the problem isn't kids buying the microtransactions. It's parents not stopping the kids buying them in the first place. Are parents in Belgium that incapable of saying no? Or keeping watch of what their child does on that Game Boy of theirs? I should bloody well hope not. Otherwise the BGC just ignored the agency of every parent in Belgium. I'm sure that'll go just fine on the fucking reports. Which brings me to my second favourite game on this list. I'm actually not going to talk about FIFA because I fucking hate it. Counter-Strike. This one actually made me swear blindly and actually reach for the fucking bottle of whiskey I have behind my monitor when they brought this up. Because by all means of research, from Belgium, the PEGI rating for the game is 18+, or mature on the ESRB, which by all rights any parent that lets their child play this game, that spends money on these predatory loot boxes, has only themselves to blame. Because by their own right, they shouldn't be playing it in the first place. Regardless of whether or not these are gambling, isn't gambling perfectly legal? Like, there are casinos in public all over the world, right? Well, apart from any Sharia-run country, but that's around for another century. And we don't see kids wandering the streets of Vegas with a hooker in one arm and a stack of cheddar in the other. Oh, damn it, now I've given away the plot for Boss Baby 2. My motive with all this is to try to understand what makes people so riled up. I follow the advice of people more logical about this. If I don't want to support a business practice, I don't fucking support it with my wallet. But then I don't demand others who have no problem with it to be denied. That's more egregious in my opinion than the practices themselves. And my other qualm is this. Why are we doing this now? There have been loot boxes like this for at least a decade. Why are we just burning the games that came out in the last 18 months? Why is PUBG getting away with this? That has loot boxes. Rocket League, anyone? Their loot boxes affect the gameplay. Do I even need to mention Fortnite's PvE loot boxes that actually have weapons in them? If we're going to parade this around for all to see, at least show the fucking balls and consistency to hoist every fucker doing it, not just those whom you have a personal vendetta against. I couldn't even begin to describe the animosity I have towards people who shout that all developers that use these tactics should, and I quote, go to fucking hell and rot there. But this loot box issue is nothing more than a farce, mark my words, to get excessive regulation in a system that has only ever needed the parents to look at the fucking box and understand how that PlayStation thingy they have in their living room actually works. I'm VoxelTron for VoxelTron Gaming. Toodle fucking pip.